This morning with DJ Steward. DJ, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. This is the first time you're going to meet a lot of these folks. So if if the folks asking questions don't mind, please introducing yourselves with your name and who you work for, just so DJ can get a sense of who all is on the call and who we'll be dealing with this year. So DJ, again, welcome. And if you have a question for DJ, we'll use the hand raise feature and I'll bounce around to folks that have a question. So we'll open it up and we'll start with Brendan Marks from The Athletic. Brendan, go ahead.
Hey, DJ. Mike's scooping me. Brendan Marks from The Athletic. Thanks for taking the time. I'm just sort of wondering, how's the acclimation been to Duke so far, and what are sort of your first impressions, both of the school, the campus, and the team?
Everything's been great so far. Really been enjoying everything, getting to know the team, the coaching staff, and just getting to go around campus just a little bit. The little commute that we make from the Washington Duke has been pretty great. So everything's great so far. Really just settled in now. Just getting used to living in a Washington Duke and just having a great time with my teammates.
Thanks.
All right, we'll go next to Brian Horace. Brian, go ahead.
Hey, DJ. Joey Baker touched on the fact that with the possibility of reduced or no crowds, that you guys may have to bring your own energy when you're playing out there. How's that? Has that been something that the coaching staff has touched on, or have you touched on it internally as a team?
Yes, most definitely. Communication is something that's really big for us. So we always go out there with a lot of energy. Coach Will, he's a great strength coach, and he's always bringing energy every single day. So it starts with him, and then it just comes to us as well. And we just that's our motto, is just bring energy every day and just go out there and play with fun.
All right, we'll go to Jim Sumner and then Jasmine Fritz. Jim, go ahead.
Hey, DJ, good morning. Jim Sumner, go Duke, the magazine and Duke Basketball Report. Well, you have a reputation of being a three-point shooter. Duke has some other three-point shooters, Joey Baker and Matt Hurt among them. I understand there's been some controversy between you and Joey about who's better. I want to ask you about the possibility. Yeah, it's easy to envision a lineup where you, Joey, and Matt are all on the court at the same time. What would a lineup like that look like, and how difficult would it be for an opposing team to handle a lineup like that with that ability to stretch the floor?
That would be very lethal, just three shooters on the court, and then that would also open up driving lanes for the other great players on our team to just go and attack into the paint, because the help side won't be able to help off of us. So that would actually be great for us, just having three shooters on the court, or even two.
Are you the best three-point shooter on the team?
I'm not sure. Matt Hurt and Joey Baker are some really good shooters, so I guess we'll have to have a three-point competition.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ, I'm Jasmine with Bus Sports Radio in Raleigh. What are some of the things that the other guys have said about what you're about to experience at Duke?
They always say that the competition level rises. Like when we start practice, the competition level is going to rise. Every game is going to be hard. We're the hunted, so we have to also be hunting at the same time, because we don't always want to have the X on our back, but we have to always, go out there and work hard and try and be the hunters at all times.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll go to Jason and then Tom.
So DJ, I'm Jason Evans with the Duke Basketball Report podcast. I wanted to ask you first, reflect back on your recruiting for a moment with me. What was the moment? What was the thing? Was there something that Coach K or someone else said to you from Duke that led you to say, this is it, this is the one I want to pick?
What was big for me was when the whole entire coaching staff came to visit me at my former high school, Whitney Young. That was really big for me. And they sat down, they talked to me. And of course, I had the relationship and where Coach Shire is from Chicago and also Coach K. So that was pretty big for me as well.
So I wanted to follow up and ask about the 5-on-5s, the practices you guys have been having so far. Have there been any guys that have surprised you? Have there been moments where you're like, wow, I didn't realize how good that guy was? Tell me, take us inside. Tell me who's really performing in those practices and opening your eyes.
Matt Hurt, and also Jay Gold, but I'll speak on Matt Hurt first. Matt Hurt is a really good player. He's definitely gotten a lot better, according to what Coach K has said. And he's just an amazing shooter and amazing scorer, and I'm really excited to see what he does this year. And Jay Gold has really been leading for us as well, really defending, handling the ball without having any turnovers. So he's been really big for us as well. And he's also been like pretty much leading me on the court and telling me where to go and just letting me know how Duke's going to be and how we're going to play.
Go ahead, Tom.
Hi, DJ. Tom Shanahan from the Wilson Times and TomShanahanReport.com. Hey, I looked on your bio and it says you played some high school football. You don't see that from a lot of five-star basketball players. They usually specialize very early in life. Talk about how long you stayed with football and how maybe it's transferred to help you as a basketball player.
All right, so I first started playing football when I was about 5 years old, and I played up to when I was 11, and I stopped. Then I came back my freshman year and played football. I was a wide receiver and like a safety, but it really helps me like instincts, knowing where to go, and just playing the ball like with the safety, like defensively wise, and then just toughness as well. You have to be tough in football, just knowing where to go and knowing what's around you, because if you get hit and you're not aware of like what's going on, then it's gonna hurt even worse.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, we'll go to Vashti Hurt and then Brendan Marks. Brendan, go ahead. Or Vashti, go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, DJ Vashti Hurt with Carolina Blitz. Joey Baker said that we are going to really like this team. What are we going to like about this team specifically? And also, I saw your day in the life. Besides yourself, who has the best shoe game on the team?
Wendell, his shoe game is extremely crazy. And like his first day coming in to the Washington Duke, it was just like a pile of shoes just stacked up. When he was bringing it in, I was like, wow, I had no clue that we could bring that many shoes and clothes, but it was just amazing to see. But also, what was your other question? I'm sorry.
Joey Baker, he said that we were going to really like this team, and I wanted to know specifically what you thought that we would like about this squad.
Oh, definitely like the character of the team. We have a lot of people that they show emotion out there on the court. Positive guys. There's a lot of players that smile where they play, and just great guys overall. And we're just gonna I know we're gonna play together as one, and then just come together for a common goal.
All right, Brendan, go ahead.
Hey, DJ, going to ask you to do a little bit of a self-scout for us. How has Coach K sort of been using you? What's your role been thus far? Is it, more at the point, more at the two? How has he sort of been splitting that up so far? And then also just generally, what skills of yours have translated most from high school? And what are some of the things that you're still trying to improve on early on here?
Coach K, he has me playing on the ball and off the ball, which is great, because he can mix up the lineups, Jay Gold and me, Jeremy Roach and me, sometimes me and Wendell out there on the court at the same time. And it's actually like interesting for me to just knowing like where I could play and where I could fit in. And what's translated well for me from high school is just playing off the ball, coming off of screens and knocking down shots, playing great defense, getting my hands in the passing lanes, and just always being in attack mode as well.
Do you have more of a preference between being off ball or on ball, or are you sort of trying to develop comfort of both?
No, not at all. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get out there on the court.
Thanks.
Yep.
Go to Evan Cohen, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Evan Cullen from the Chronicle. So the last time Duke won a national championship, it was another Whitney Young product, Julio Okafor leading the way. So I was just wondering if if you were in any contact with him, not only in your recruitment with Duke, but also just talking with him on how to make the most of your time at Duke.
I was definitely in contact with him like during the recruiting period, and then like after I committed a little bit, but I kind of haven't talked to him like that. I'm definitely gonna have to like hit him up and talk to him about that for sure.
All right, Rod Baxley, go ahead.
Hey, DJ, Rod Baxley from the Fayetteville Observer, man. What kind of insight can you give us North Carolina folks on what it means to be a basketball player from Chicago? Because obviously that's a long list of great players, man.
It's great just to be another basketball player from Chicago to come here to Duke and in North Carolina. It's a great setting to be here. It's very peaceful to be here. And it's just a great feeling just having the opportunity to play under a great coach and Coach K and just being coached by the other guys, then playing alongside great players as well. Just night in and night out is going to be really fun. And just playing on this team, you get better every day. Like, the competition is good and you learn something every day. So it's been really interesting to me.
Yeah, how did Chicago groom you for this moment?
Toughness, mentally, just always have to stay mentally tough and just keep my head straight and always be positive.
Thanks, man.
Yep, no problem.
All right, we'll go to Brian Horace and then Jason Evans. Brian, go ahead.
Hey, DJ, forgot to introduce myself earlier. Brian Horace from DukeBlogger.com. Who is, on the heels of the last two questions, who's your favorite Chicago Dookie? And also, if that's a different person, who's your favorite player that's come out of Chicago?
Jaleel Okafor, as far as like my favorite Dookie for sure, because he went to Whitney Young and just hearing his story and everything and his story getting out. And my favorite player from Chicago is probably Derrick Rose. I love his game.
So DJ, we've heard a lot from other players and from watching, 5-on-5s and stuff about how intense the competition is and how balanced this team is. It truly looks to a lot of us like there are 11 guys who could easily earn playing time. Do you guys talk about it all, the battle for playing time? I mean, I know in your case, there's you, there's Jeremy, there's Jay Gold, there's Wendell, all you guys sort of battling for 2 spots. How do guys feel about that? Is there any way we're going to have any conflict over playing time, or is it just, what's best for the team? And I know that there's an answer Coach K wants to hear. I'd love to hear your honest answer, though.
I actually don't think there'll be conflict at all. I think people are going to make sacrifices at the end of the day for the team being. And, our goal is, as everyone, is just to win. And whatever that takes, we're just going to go out there and win and play together as one.
Well, can I follow up and ask, are there specific combinations, especially with you guys in the backcourt, that you guys are you working more with Jeremy or more with Jay Gold? You already talked a little bit about, combo versus point guard. How has any of that stuff been playing out so far?
So far I've been pretty much with Jay Gold a pretty good amount right now, but pretty much switching off a little bit. But so far I've been with Jay Gold more. Yeah.
Tom Shanahan, do you have a question?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, DJ, I just wanted to follow up on that football question. LeBron James played high school football, I think, until his junior year. So I was wondering if kids your age are aware of that. And again, how football might help a basketball player.
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't get the last part.
Again, how, football can help you as a basketball player.
Oh, like I said, toughness-wise, mentally and physically, you have to be tough, and that's like the main thing. And then like awareness, like on the court, like having a good IQ, like seeing the field and seeing the court as well, like knowing where everybody is supposed to be at, and just reading, like, say for instance, like me being a safety, just reading like the offense, where the ball is going, just getting underneath the ball as well.
And then the other part of that was if kids your age are aware that LeBron James was a high school football player.
Oh, yeah, LeBron James. Yeah, he's a different breed of athlete. He's a bigger guy. He's a stronger guy, quicker. Being a 2-sport athlete, I actually played another sport in middle school, which was volleyball for a little bit. But just playing different sports can definitely help you you never know what sport you can be much better at and the skills that can carry over from another sport.
Great. Thank you, DJ.
No problem.
All right, we got a couple lined up. So we'll go to Jim and then Brendan and Vashti. Jim, go ahead.
DJ, you mentioned Jay Gold's leadership. Obviously, a very young team. Jordan's a senior, Joey's a junior. They're the only two recruited players who've spent more than a year in the program. How are they as leaders? What are their leadership styles? How are they communicating the program's values to all the newcomers?
They've been here for a while, so like Joey said and Jay Gold, they used to lead by more of an example and by action, but now they're speaking up more, communicating with us more during like free throw settings, like the settings where there may be a stop on the court, and just always letting us know that we have to talk and always be attentive on the court and ready to be in attack mode.
Thanks.
DJ, just before you guys got to campus, and obviously you guys were one of the last campuses to have student athletes come back, how did you sort of handle that period from March till July or whatnot? What was the communication like with the coaches? And I know some people had access to different levels of gyms or facilities or whatnot. What were you sort of working with in that regard?
Just staying positive every day. The coaches, they contacted the players a lot. We had our own little group chat going for like the freshmen, and then it expanded into the whole entire team. We had like Zooms where we could get to know each other a lot more before we got down here, which helped a lot. And then like as far as me, I had access to a gym, a weight room. So I was able to like pretty much get in the gym every day and just work on my game.
Hi, DJ. For those who may not be familiar with your game, can you describe your style of play, and then maybe a player that you may like in your game too?
I'm a combo guard. I can play on and off the ball. I can shoot it pretty well and attack and play make and play great defense. And a player that I get comparisons to are Lou Williams, CJ McCollum, and then Lil John Morant.
Do you think that those comparisons match up? Would you say that they're fair assessments?
Yes. I mean, they're pretty big, but those are great players. But, just them like saying that I could potentially like play like them or even better is actually amazing.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, we'll go to Evan and then Chip and Brian. Evan, go ahead.
One of the things Coach K stressed a lot last year, whenever someone mentioned starting lineup, was that he didn't have a starting lineup and sort of went game by game. Whether he needed shooting, whether he needed defense. Obviously, you and some of the other guards bring a lot of different things to the table. So I was wondering whether Coach K has talked to you guys about whether this year there might be more of a set starting lineup or whether it might be more fluid like last year.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fluid, like I forgot who said it, but there's 11 players that could potentially play in big minutes. So that starting lineup could pretty much change game to game. You just never know.
DJ, Chip Alexander from Raleigh, News and Observer. I just wanted to ask you, there is another guard out of Chicago that came to Duke named Mike Krzyzewski. So just what do you think it's going to be like playing for him this year with a coach of that stature?
It's going to be very intense, and I know he's going to help me learn the game really well and just win games. I'm here to win, just like everybody else is, and just get better and just have a great time as well.
Brian, do you have a question?
Yeah, DJ, you always play with a smile on your face. Does that smile ever leave during the course of a game?
No, I don't think it does, unless I'm like really, really locked in. But I'm pretty sure that it never leaves my face, no matter what.
All right, we'll go last three questions. We'll go Brendan, then Jason, and Evan. Brendan, go ahead.
Yeah, DJ, I actually wanted to follow up on that. There's a reason that they picked you to sort of do the first blog. There's a reason they're having you come and talk to us. Obviously, you seem like a very personable guy. How have you sort of integrated into the whole locker room and, personality wise, or just maybe not even basketball wise, but what's sort of your approach to life? You seem like a very happy, optimistic guy.
In the locker room, I've mixed in with like pretty much every teammate really well. I can connect with them in like some sort of way. And it's actually great just talking to just anybody and how I move in life. I just move positively, just always smiling and just having a positive attitude about everything.
Where does that come from?
I really don't know. Probably my mom. I mean, my mom is always happy and positive, and I'm pretty sure it just rubbed off on me.
Gotcha. Thank you.
No problem.
DJ, we've gotten word in just the past couple of days. Sports Illustrated had a report that the NCAA is moving a lot closer on name, image, and likeness. In fact, it's expected that this week we're sort of going to get a announcement that they're ready to move forward on this, and probably not for this year, but for next year, players will be allowed to earn money off of a variety of different methods, social media, coaching, and other stuff like that, even some endorsements. Do you guys talk about that? Do you guys think about it at all? Is it something that the player community is really paying a lot of attention to, or it'll just happen and you guys will take advantage of it when it happens?
I have not actually heard that much about it, but I'm pretty sure once it's set in stone, the player is going to take a big advantage of that as well.
Now, I know that social media is going to be a part of that and sort of monetizing your social media accounts. We saw the video blog that you did. Is there any competition on the team among guys to have the best social media account?
No, there's no competition. It's just guys, we handle our social media differently. Like depending on who it is, just someone may post a little bit, someone may post a lot, someone may be more authentic, someone may not be more authentic, but it just depends on how people want to use social media.
Who's got the best social media game on the team?
Social media game. I like Mark's, just how he uses his Instagram, his TikToks, I'm trying to find the word. His emotion comes out and just how he acts comes out, and it's very authentic.
All right, last question. We'll go to Evan. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a short one. Just, what would you refer to as the identity of this year's team? Something that's different from years past.
Like we've been saying, just a deep team that can we can play in transition, we can play really fast, and also make shots as well. We're going to be able to make a lot of shots.
All right, really appreciate everybody on this morning. DJ, thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate you sharing some time with us, and look forward to doing this again sometime soon. So